Hello, and welcome to another update video about gold. Yeah, gold is breaking out to the upside at the moment. The idea that I had about this possible B wave, sideways B wave, that certainly was one interpretation we discussed. Well, that is one that is playing out possibly, and that's the other interpretation, that this fourth wave bottomed here. Okay, two interpretations. Funny that both could be valid. Okay, so the idea is either the wave 4 bottomed here on the 3rd of May, and this is an A, B, C structure, and actually, yeah, the B wave might have bottomed here on the 26th of June, and we're now in a C wave up, which is a 5-wave move, or the fourth wave was a triangle, which is also possible. But in the short term, it doesn't really make a difference which one I'm following, because both are pointing to the upside. And we recently discussed in our videos here the yellow line, which was the invalidation point for the direct upside. And as we were very close to that invalidation point, the risk was very low for long positions. And we're now moving higher. The exact wave count, I'm not entirely sure about it, but it looks as if we are already in the third wave of this C wave, of wave 5 to the upside. So let's talk about possible targets here, because if this is an A, B, C structure to the upside, then we can use that information to calculate some targets for that C wave. A C wave is often as long as the A wave or longer. There are certain Fibonacci ratios. The 2476 level is the first one. We already reacted to that. That we're currently stuck below that. That's the 100% extension. Wave A and C have the same length. But the wave count doesn't seem complete to the upside, so it should push a bit higher. 2518 or 2543 are the next ones. Possibly all the way up to 2587. I mean, these are the standard Fibonacci targets for a C wave. But at the moment, it looks as if we might need another high in wave 5. There's not even a guarantee that this circle wave 3 is done. Looking at it, the third wave has reached the 1.236 extension at 2483. Could push a bit higher, but basically the third wave has done what it needs to do. The fifth wave should go a bit higher, possibly eventually to 2522, which is a good overlap with that 1.236 extension. So for me, that upside wave count doesn't look complete yet. I would pay attention to the trend line. This trend line has enough touch points to be relevant. Any break below the trend line could indicate that we are actually, it might be an early indication that a local top is in place and that we are actually in an alternative count, because there needs to be a bearish alternative, with the trend line possibly being the first trigger for that bearish alternative, short-term bearish. Bear in mind, all my assumptions for gold are bullish, have been bullish. Yeah, it's only about, okay, it's a bullish or the very bullish count. So do we get a pullback or are we going straight away? So it's not like bearish, not at the moment, and hasn't been for the last few years. What would be the pivot that distinguishes between a more bearish and the directly bullish scenario? Well, I would use the 61.8 retracement of the third wave. It has to do with the fact that this could be a diagonal pattern to the upside, so we want to consider the golden ratio level. It just means that, in very simple terms, if we break below 2405, this direct upside assumption needs to be revised. And the alternative bearish count would probably be an A, B, C structure, and that we have to reattempt the rally from lower, and that this B wave here is unfolding. Just a different wave count. A wave top in April, B wave still unfolding, but as a flat correction. I find that less likely, okay? And as long as we're holding above 2405, I would prefer further upside towards 2518 next. That's the update about gold. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, feel free to check out our stocks and S&P 500 service you'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.